because it's not a good time. Recording. Whiteman Tower, Cap 439, holding short, 1-2, request downwind departure. No, crosswind departure.
Cap 439, just verify you want to do the special flight rules, correct?
That is correct, special flight rules for Cap 439.
Cap 439, roger, straight out to the 4 smokestacks out of below 2,500, runway 12, cleared for takeoff.
12 cleared for takeoff, straight out, at or below 2,500, Cap 439.
9 Delta X-ray requesting frequency change.
Alright, strobe lights on.
Not 19er Foxtrot, contact Burbank Tower, 1
maximum distance, maximum distance.
9 Delta X-ray, thanks, good day.
You're using up all your runway length. Full power. Good green gauges,
right.
Airspeed's nicely alive.
Airspeed's nicely alive. We've hit 42. And we are...
Yeah, keep it going, keep the nose down.
Oh.
That speed up, there we go, now we're talking.
Cessna 19er Foxtrot, you can contact SoCal 134.2.
134.2, 1019er Foxtrot.
Holding it at VX for a little while.
You're good, you can lower the nose of VY and we get good airflow and...
Oh, that felt good. And I'm going to lose some flaps.
Cap 439, contact Burbank Tower 118.7.
Switching 118.7, Cap 439. Burbank Tower, Cap 439.
Cap 439, Burbank Tower, Burbank September 2983, maintain VFR to below 2,500, ident.
Cap 439, ident, at or below 2,500.
1,000 to go.
You just
Cap 439, radar contact over the 4 stacks.
Alright. Should probably activate the flight plan, shouldn't I?
It's activated, you got the magenta line.
Alright.
That means you're getting course deviation.
Yep.
Cap 439, say altitude.
Cap 439, 1,700.
Just kind of aim for the middle of Burbank.
Right over the
Because he doesn't want you extending off to the side where his planes are coming in.
Okay. She handled well with 4 passengers.
We got a new engine.
I'll make my turn after I'm past Burbank.
He'll set you free and...
Okay.
Cap 439, cancel altitude restriction, contact SoCal 135.05.
13505, Cap 439, thanks a lot.
Cap 439, remain in frequency.
Staying with you, Cap 439. Or should I head on over that way?
A little more and then we'll start scooting there.
Okay. I'm up over the hills anyway, so I'm good.
I'm just giving them room to their inlets. So Start meandering that way.
Cat flight 439, cancel all 2 restriction, contact SoCal 124.6.
124.6, Cap 439, thanks a lot. SoCal, Cap 439, 2,600.
3,500.
Number 878 Charlie Charlie, climb maintain 14,000.
Take your flaps out.
14,000, 878 Charlie Charlie.
Cap 439, SoCal approach, say route of flight.
Cap 439, special flight rules to Torrance, KTOA.
Cap 439, roger, resume on navigation, altitude your discretion.
Cap 439.
All right, let's see. We'll do a little climb checklist here. Speed 85 to 95, which is fine. It's a cruise climb. Throttle 23 inches. RPM can be pulled back to the, yeah, you can pull that back to the green. Top of
Number 8 Charlie Charlie, turn right heading 020, then proceed direct flap, resume the new all-niner departure.
Okay, 020 and direct top enable.
Yeah, not too much more. We'll stick to the top of the green.
Number 2330 Charlie, contact approach 135.05.
For the green.
3505.
Fuel flow is at the top of the green.
All right.
Number 8 Charlie Charlie, contact Los Angeles Center 125.8 today.
Stereo cockpit theoretically terminate. See what the engine's doing. Very nice. 385, that's where we like it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have to really lean it.
Right, direct to SMO.
Direct to the SMO. Well, SMO's right there, isn't it?
Well, I mean, you got, your course will tell you.
Okay, I'll reacquire my magenta line.
Cap 439, radio service terminated, squawk 1201 for the special flight rules area change to advisory frequency approved today.
Cap 439, thanks a lot.
See that house down there on the corner, right there?
Might as well start listening on advisories. See if anybody's coming up the pipe.
One 2855.
Very good.
Everybody still comfortable back there?
Oh yeah, doing great.
Excellent. 3,500, I'll start the barrel roll.
Sounds good. We'll see how much screaming.
Los Angeles special flight rules, a Piper is exiting
Oh, so
southbound at 3,500.
So let it be done.
Didn't really give a location, but I guess the southbound,
Southbound tells me what I need to do.
Is exiting.
All right, we're at 3,500, cruise check.
Cruise checklist. All right. We can power back to 23 inches. We're pretty much there, 21.5's fine. RPMs, we could roll those back a smidge. 23. Oh. Elevator rotor trim, adjust for level flights. And mixture, we could lean it a bit, maybe. Yep.
Actually, lean it for altitude?
A little bit. We're still pretty low, 35, but at least less than 15 gallons per hour.
Okay, that's why you did that.
Oh yeah, 14 is fine. Let's see. We leaned it. Depending on our temperatures, we could close the cowl flaps. With that said. So yeah, we can close the cowl flaps.
Mike, look at the left tank imbalance on the fuel.
Saw that.
What's that about?
I don't know, but it wasn't imbalanced. They were only 2 gallons different. Rock the wings a bit. Let's see if we can unstick the...
See if the sensor is going to come back there.
In fact, did you see it was yellow on takeoff?
I may have to squat that.
I mean, we had 17 and 15, basically, on the ground, by the dipstick.
I call that I'm entering special flight rules?
Not technically
when
yet.
I turn, right?
Yeah, I think it's Santa Monica's. Okay. If we heard, guys, well, could say if you'd like, we could say we're 2 miles from Santa Monica, entering.
There you go. Special flight rules, Cap 439 to Cessna 182, approaching Santa Monica 2 miles out, southbound special flight rules.
So we did the FMS GPS review, we're pretty much on it. Autopilot as desired. Cruise checklist complete. 3,500 feet.
3,600, I'm adjusting. You guys as excited as I am about the Sully movie?
Oh yeah, that's going to be sweet.
I am so looking forward to that.
I'll watch that one for sure.
I may have already told this story, but did I ever tell you when I met the guy?
Oh, really?
It was about 4 or 5 months after the event. It was in LA. I just walked up to him and said, what you did was absolutely, I was just beginning my flight lessons at the time. I was a little gushy, as you would be. And, I said, I'm flying for the Civil Air Patrol. He just stopped me and he said, well, thank you. Thank you for that.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah. I actually want to be over the end of the runway, don't I?
No, you want to be over dead. You want to be on the 120...
132.
132 radio, right?
132 out of SMO.
132 out of SMO, so you could switch that baby over, put 110.8, number 1 nav, we'll track it.
110.8? And what,
132. But to the right. Okay, right turn to 132. You're about right there.
Traffic.
Hey, you think? Special flight rules, Cap 439, this is 3600, southbound directly over LAX. Special flight rules, southbound.
Of LAX. About that incident that happened at LAX?
Oh.
Shut down terminal. This guy was walking around in a mask and a kind of a long black cape.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I heard about that.
There was a shooting earlier, and they thought it was, I don't know what...
Oh, there was never a shooting. People just thought they heard it.
Oh, yeah, they thought they heard it, so they weren't sure, but...
Somebody changed the G1000 voice to male. That traffic call out freaked me out for a second. It was like, traffic.
I know, I heard that.
Who did that? You're awake.
Oh, fuck.
I miss Siri.
Yeah, I gotta put that back.
All right. I'm off of this, but I'm on the 132.
Right, so you can call Imperial Highway. That's where we are now.
Special flight rules, Cap 439, Imperial Highway, southbound, 3,500.
Traffic.
Oh my gosh.
God damn.
What a jump out.
A Hawthorne traffic, maybe.
Voice of my nightmares. There's a big 8. C20 landing below us.
Nice.
I'm not getting all these guys on the Stratus.
I got. Oh, they're all brown for me. They're all on the ground.
All right, so we can head over toward Torrance. We're exiting special flight rules.
Okay. Special flight rules, Cap 439, southbound, exiting special flight rules area. All right. Should I head towards PV?
Let's head straight up. Yeah, we'll go over the top.
I've never flown into Torrance. Headed down there?
That's it.
Okay.
So our goal is to not set off the noise abatement speakers, because they'll use us as an example at this lecture.
Why don't I head over the coast?
Oh, no, when we're landing. The point is when we're landing, and although it's rare,
we have the engines practically
when you gun it, because you missed because you've undercut the, you've come in too low on the glide slope, and you've gunned the engine over the neighborhoods.
Copy that. I thought you meant right now.
No, at this altitude.
If it triggers at this altitude, something's wrong.
We're losing pieces. It's kind of rare on the landing, but that's usually it. If you misjudge it on the takeoff, that's when people blow it.
Okay. By the way, cabin power is now on if you guys want to use your chargers.
The DeLorme or whatever.
Anybody get the wheels up time?
No, but I have the tack, or the hobs and tack.
Like maybe 1800.
It was like 5 to 6.
Yeah.
Call it 1800. That's what I wrote down, and I'm the one who's got to text Charles. All right. This is lovely.
Okay, so you guys, if you wouldn't mind, be extra vigilant for traffic as we're talking about all this emergency stuff.
Yep. This is mid-air central out here.
Yeah, it is. That's the only problem.
I was going to say this is not a practice area.
Actually, the whole breakwater is a practice area. So what we'll do is we'll go out here and make a left. We'll kind of cruise out past the Queen Mary and intensive flight. In fact, let's hook up. What are we? What altitude? We'll stay.
Climb
21. Let's stay where we are. 121.95, which is the whole what everybody talks on out here.
Okay.
We'll just listen.
Long Beach practice. Traffic says 469er. About a mile south of Queensgate, 3,000 steep turns.
I see steep turns a mile south of Queensgate, out off the breakwater. Okay. What would be the indication if we lost the alternator?
Lost
the alternator?
What would you see?
And this will be our last radio call. Be looking for the steep turn that are coming out of the LA River.
No, you wouldn't see X's.
Oh.
X's are loss of signal.
Oh, okay.
That means you're not getting the signal isn't coming in. But let's say all your instrumentation's good, but you've lost your alternator.
Would start seeing a discharge, yeah. See a discharge right there.
Start seeing a discharge, right. What happens if you did not do anything? You just ignored it and just kept going.
Well, if I truly lost the alternator, I'd be on battery, and I would have, depending on...
Which battery, by the way?
What?
Which battery? Both? One?
Both. Yeah.
Oh.
No, one.
No. Right now you have the standby battery in a standby armed status. It's offline right now.
Okay.
The main battery is what is being done. Once the main, if you just kept flying, once the main battery drops below 20 volts, boom, you're going to go into standby mode, so the main's offline. That arm, this arm thing, that will now come on. You'll see standby battery. That means you've now turned the standby battery on. And, by the way, you just lost all but the essential bus.
Right.
You let it get to that point.
No, if the alternator went out, I'd look for a place to land pretty fast.
it could be insidious at the first. It could just show up as a negative discharge, and then it could turn red, and then you could start to see reds here, and then you start to see a low volts there. So stay offshore. Let's not get. Let's stay offshore. Just because I just like to give the Torrance class Delta and the Long Beach class Delta plenty of room.
See that?
Traffic.
So he's moving left to right. Probably a guy below us.
Below us and going away. Or away.
Anyway, you know, so the key is what we want to, if we lost the alternator, which can very much happen, you know, it's a conservation mode. One thing the book talks about is actually purposely going to standby battery. We're purposely turning off the master and the main after you've gone through the checklist that you've cycled the alternator and all that. And then what you do is you're in essential mode, which means total revisionary, but you can conserve the main battery. So when you want to, and you want to get coming in for your instrument approach, and you want the MFD, and you want all the radios, both 1 and 2, you could conserve the main.
Until I get there, and then
you get there, then you turn the main back on, turn it off.
South to Queen Mary, we're southbound, just past the Long Beach practice area.
No, we won't. It's kind of rough on the electrical system to do that, but that's kind of one of the things. But yeah, and then the main thing is to land. But that's a likely failure. The other most likely failure is the PFD failure, which Mark experienced in one sort or another.
That was interesting.
Oh, real quick, I'm following the coastline.
Yeah, why don't you follow? We'll just kind of cruise the breakwater. The you know what I'm saying? The breakwater. That's Queensgate right there, where the opening is.
Oh, this first opening? Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry. No, the Queensgate's further down there. I think by the Queen Mary.
Okay.
Angels Gate.
That's Angels Gate. Queensgate's down by where you're to go into the Queen Mary.
Should I announce our?
It's not mandatory. You can. Why don't you say we're traversing the breakwater at 3,500 south.
And what is this area called? Just practice area?
Yeah. So it's the
Long Beach practice area.
Long Beach practice area. Yeah.
Long Beach practice area. Cap 439 is a white, red, blue 182. Heading southbound over the breakwater at 3,600 to 3,500 feet. Practice area.
So the failure, probably the most likely failure scenario is to lose one of the screens. And
this would be the important screen to lose. That one.
Right. If you lost this, well, okay. If you did lose this, though,
yeah,
there's some key information that's gone.
Right.
So let's say we lost this screen.
Okay.
What would you do? Hit the revisionary button. Okay, so now what it's done is it's pulled that information over to this screen for you. So now you have all the essential information over there.
Sure.
All right, hit that back, yep.
Nice, I've never done that before. Very cool.
What that does is that just, visionary mode, if you notice what it does is it displays on both screens
the same information.
Same information, the essential information.
Nice.
So if you lose this screen, you do revisionary. You lose this screen, you do revisionary. Practice is loss of the primary screen and flying with revisionary on the right screen. And it's just, it's all about just, dealing with, it looks weird. It's over here on the right.
Just paranoid and checking if we have our lights on.
Nav and strobe.
Why don't you throw the landing light on too, right, all the way up to the top. That just gets us more illumination. There we go.
Thanks for the reminder. You got it.
And follow that way a little bit. We'll follow the zigzag here. This is where I learned. This is where I did all my flight training.
Really?
Out here over the breakwater and out of John Wayne.
It was much more comfortable than out over the desert where I learned.
Except for the fact that it was lots of traffic.
Yeah. Well, Van Nuys, plenty of traffic, so. All good practice. All right. Which one is the Queen Mary? Oh, the one with the stack.
3 stacks.
Got it.
See the red?
Right beside the dome there where they used to have the spruce goose in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to fail the PFD.
Our fuel's almost lined up now.
We must have jogged it free.
Good.
Yeah, what is our fuel situation?
You're on guard.
We have 26 gallons to go. About 2 hours.
Be fine. So we'll get fuel, obviously, in Zorn.
Oh yeah, we'll fill up. But just about to the same level.
How much fuel was there?
There's 26 gallons right now.
But how much was there when you took off?
About 34-ish, 35.
Alright, what do you want me to do?
Okay, so now what we're going to do is, okay, the failure happens, okay? So, manual. I turn this puppy down and I
can do it.
Don't hit any other buttons over there because I don't want to lose the, what we want to do is turn that back on. We don't want to have to fumble around because we don't know what we're switching. That's my only fear of this whole operation is like, you turn that off, we can't see what we're doing anymore.
All right.
Yeah, just turn it all the way down and then we'll just roll it back up once it's... Alright, so yeah, let's say you're flying along and it starts flickering and boom. Yep, does that. Or does what Mark says, red X's everywhere, red X's. You look over here and you go, wait, no red X's.
Right.
Okay, so what do I do?
Revisionary.
Yeah, that's good. Then, hit the revisionary. Okay. Then, we pull out the old checklisto.
Yeah.
We have, it's funny, it doesn't have like PFD failure. It says, I have no airspeed indicator on my PFD. Okay, right? Okay, we check the ADC AHAR circuit breaker.
Good.
Both of them.
Good.
Both of them, yep.
Yep.
If they're open, we press them in. If they pop back out, we're screwed. Yep. Standby airspeed indicator is always, let's get ourselves ready for that if we needed it.
Yep. And it's, no, they're not really concurring. Well, yeah, they're concurring. Okay.
So all of these have the same thing. If I lost they're looking for that same circuit breaker, right, which controls the majority of the information on the PFD. Right, so that's it. We've done that check, so that means we have to
land.
Land.
All right.
Let's get ourselves prepared to go into Torrance.
All right. Give me a frequency. Oh, I have its frequency. The ATIS one. I can still do it over here.
You can do it all. Yep. Those buttons all theoretically still work. Now they may not work if you lost the whole screen. Okay. You know, you dialing over there may not actually work.
2985. ILS runway 2908, approaching you, send in departing runways 29er. Notice to airmen, the west wash rack is closed until further notice. Torrance tower frequency 133.07, all aircraft read back, hold short instructions, call sign, use caution for bird activity on or in the vicinity of the airport and for work in progress, adjacent to all taxiways and runways. Had disclosure information for California and coastal waters available on Hiawassee and flight service frequencies. Advise initial contact, phase information alpha.
There's a lot of...
Torrance Airport information Alpha 0047 Zulu weather, wind 290.10, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature T4 dew point 18, altimeter 2985. ILS runway 2908, approaching you, send in departing runways 29er. Notice to airmen, the west wash rack is closed until further notice. Torrance tower frequency 133.07, all aircraft read back, hold short instructions, call sign, use caution for bird activity on or in the vicinity of the airport and for work in progress, adjacent to all taxiways and runways. Had disclosure information for California and coastal waters available on Hiawassee and flight service frequencies. Advise initial contact, phase information alpha.
All right, I want to make a turning right turn. You're clear on the right over Emmy and Eva oil platforms out here.
All right.
That way.
I call it in? Because this is a checkpoint, right?
You could, yeah. We're far.
Should I get in a bit?
Yeah, we're like 16 miles out. You can get a little closer.
Okay.
call more like approaching Queensgate or something.
Okay. I would just follow the same relative path back?
Pretty much, and usually what they do is when you call them up, they say report at the Vincent Thomas Bridge, which is the big bridge down there on the inbound path to runway 29.
It is weird to scan over there.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Just going, oh, I know how to hit the red button, well, that doesn't really help you if you really want to go practice landing this. I think anyone can hit a red button.
You would think. I heard somewhere that the Cirrus SR-22, I think, has a big blue button.
Was that right?
It's with the G1000, and it forces the airplane straight and level.
Really? Okay.
For like new IFR pilots or IFR into IMC.
Interesting.
If all else fails, you blow the chute in the back.
Yeah, there's also, I think you're right, that's the 5th gen Cirrus. I think it's also got the, if you're at flight levels and there's no there's no control inputs or anything after a certain number of minutes, it automatically starts to descend. It thinks that you have passed out.
Like those people in Florida. A torrent? No, that's something else.
What is that?
Off to our right?
Yeah.
Los Alamitos?
Alamitos, Long Beach, Torrance.
I'm not overly familiar with this part of town.
So aim for that, like Queensgate, which should be the opening in the breakwater that's outside of the Queen Mary.
Aiming for it.
Operate.
Angel Gate? Oh,
Angel's Gate's way up there.
okay.
Queensgate is more right
there
there.
was a third one I was aiming for.
It's more like it. Now you're more kind of headed toward Vincent Thomas.
Mike, have you ever seen a laser show out here? It says on the section.
No.
No, I see the constant laser activity, but I've never actually seen maybe some infrared targeting type stuff and not like a show. Laser show?
Where does it say it's over?
There's laser light activity.
Los Alamitos.
Yeah.
Laser? Yeah. No, never have.
Off of Los Alamitos, yeah.
That could be targeting practice. Or they use IR lasers for for targeting. Wouldn't even see those though.
Screw up your vision.
That would. You wouldn't know why.
Alright, the scope is pointing out some traffic behind us.
It is.
The stratoscope or our scope?
Our scope.
There's 500 behind.
I don't have anything on Stratus.
500 feet above us, behind us, going that way. They are descending.
You have one above us, 10,000 though, but...
What is that, 700 feet?
I got a big jetliner in sight, probably inbound to John Wayne. 8 o'clock.
That's the one I have on
Oh yeah, I see it.
Stratus.
Alright, so Queensgate is off to our right.
Queensgate is like right down there.
Yeah, he's going on Los Alamitos.
We're surrounded by traffic.
column. We're right over Queens Gate, it looks like.
Torrance Tower, Cap 439 is over Queens Gate with Alpha inbound for landing, 3,500.
Remember to wash the back window one of these times.
I did that, yeah.
Haven't heard anything.
No.
I've got 133075 and you punched in 122075.
I might have misheard what they have. Let's try that. 133.
That's what I wrote down from
Torrance Airport
075.
That's right. Because I switched it. Try it again.
Torrance Tower, Cap 439 is over Queens Gate, 3,500 with Alpha inbound for landing.
Flight 489, Torrance Tower, make straight in, runway 29 right, clear to land.
I think that was for us.
It's Cap 439, clear land, 29 right.
I believe that was Cessna 10771, Iden observed, 1,600 indicated, southbound transition approved at or above present altitude.
Checklist?
Checklist.
Cessna 10771, Torrance Tower.
Power as desired, repowered back. Mixture, adjust, enrich. All flaps closed.
Yep.
Torrance Tower, Cessna 10771, I'll read you loud and clear. How do you hear me?
We got altimeters, recheck.
I have you now. Iden was observed. Altitude indicates 1,800. I show you over mobile refinery now. Southbound transition approved. At or above present altitude.
GPS and autopilot's off. Fuel selector valves both. Both. Flaps as desired.
Southbound transition approved. 771.
Might as well do our before landing because we're clear to land on 29 right.
Okay.
Sterile cockpit.
Yep.
Seat belts and seat belts.
Good.
Mixture control rich. You got it. Prop control high RPM. Landing lights.
439. Maintain at or below 1,600 for traffic. Mobile refinery southbound. Cessna climbing at a 2,100.
Okay, at or below 1,600. Looking for the traffic. Cap 439. All right, we're looking. For the mobile refinery, which is
The one that's ahead, I think.
it's up there to the. We'll just get her down. All right, let's see. Pilot's off. 12 volt switch we can turn off too.
12 volt off.
Okay, pre-landing checklist complete. Runway is in sight. Looking for traffic. At or below 1,600.
Or 1,900.
The scope says they're above us by now, but we'll keep looking.
Cessna 771, you're above Torrance airspace. Frequency change approved. Get it.
Frequency change approved for Cessna 771. Good day.
You said 5 over to the north. We'll give right.
Wind 290 at 8.
Exactly that sort of thing that you wanted me to not do.
Yeah, you don't want to settle down low over the neighborhood and then have to drag it in. It's better to come in kind of high and then.
Yep.
Near runway, and you can't get off till almost the end.
Yeah, there's plenty of
Oh,
runway.
really? Okay. I will stay up here. Slip it in.
Now you can point your nose down. We'll just beeline straight. Maintain that glide path right down to the.
Cessna's in sight, 12 o'clock above us.
I got him.
Yeah, I got him. walking out.
Power this baby on back and we'll come gliding on in. Give us a little slip.
Wind 310 at 7.
What was that for noise of it?
That nose down, yep, keep her coming down. Whoop. Nice. Nice and noise free.
You said the exit not
turn left Charlie, contact ground.
Left Charlie, contact ground, Cap 439. Hey, there's a high speed Charlie.
Okay.
Charlie.
Where are you, Charlie?
You're up, Charlie.
Oh, this is Charlie. Okay.
That's my favorite movie. Don't feel involved. You messed around.
Today.
Point, Alpha for landing.
Gene Wilder died today?
Oh,
Yeah.
I hear that.
So sad.
North Star, but there's 15650, Piles 30's point with Alpha for landing.
And 1565 Zulu, Torrance Tower, left traffic, runway 29 left, clear to land.
That's right, 29 left, clear band 29 left, 65 Zulu.
Alright, clear of the air of the runway. What do? We do wing flaps are up.
I wait here?
Yes, you should.
Okay. Wing flaps are
Up, cowl flaps open.
Cowl flaps are open.
Lights you can adjust. Speedo
Landing down, strobe down, just beacon, right?
Beacon, yep, and mixture, lean for ground ops. All for...
and transponder back to VFR.
Call the ground, and yeah, we'll go over to
What's ground? Oh, I got it here. No, I don't. What's ground?
120.9.
120.9. You already did it. You're a good co-pilot. Torrance ground. Cap 439 is off 29 on Charlie. Request taxi to transient.
Cap 439, Torrance ground, taxi to parking via Charlie Alpha Foxtrot.
Charlie Alpha Foxtrot to transient. Cap 439.
Charlie Alpha Foxtrot, which is basically right underneath the tower.
All right.
Do you have one of these?
Did, yes.
Where is the tower?
That way. Make a left at Alpha,
My
and a
wallet's
right
somewhere.
at Foxtrot.
Clear to the right. Alpha, clear to the left. Turn signal. Delta, I see the tower. Okay, that's where this is where 235 parks.
235.
Or 435.
There's our there's our CAP boys over there.
Yep.
What we'll do is we'll call. You know what? Slow down a bit. Let's see, is this the fuel? Maybe we'll go and fuel up.
All right.
Tell them what we'd like to go over to the fuel pit first.
Torrance ground, Cap 439, request taxi to the fuel pit.
Cap 435, cruise requested.
Cap 439 to the fuel pit.
Might as well get that done, because we have a little time here.
And it's daylight.
It's daylight's a heck of a lot easier.
Yep.
435.
435, 38,
489, yeah.
Whatever.
The one that flies out of here is
It's all the same.
I think. 465.
65, yeah.
It's a weird bird. Had a 65 and I had a bit of a falling out last time.
You buckle your seatbelt.
Okay.
You buckle your seatbelt so you don't fall out.
She didn't behave right, so I...
Alright, shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist it is. Securing, we got the parking brake set.
Parking brake sheet.
ELT check, nothing, good. Throttle control, 1800 for 15 seconds if there's nobody behind us.
Really suggest we do that?
North ground, Bonanza 650, clear
Just to clear things out.
I've heard it does normal things.
Contact, parking vehicle.
Shock cooling.
For the parking, 650.
Oh, we should have been nicely cooled.
For how long?
For 15 seconds. Hold it for a second. You can turn your electrical. I guess most of our electrical is off, including the lights, which appear to be on. That's good. Yep. And then avionics buses off.